Hello students, in this video I will discuss something about work from the new chapter Work and Energy. This is a chapter from physics, and in this video I am only discussing today about work. Work is a very common word we use in our day-to-day life. Students are always suggested to do hard work for exam, or it is normally said work is worship, or there are other sayings also. One old saying is no work, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So in this way the word work is used in our day-to-day life. If we are reading, playing, jumping, watching television or any other thing we are doing, then we say we are doing some work. So this is work in our day-to-day life. But in science, this all is not work. Everything we are doing is not work as per science. In science parlance, work is very clearly defined as with a simple formula W is equal to F into S. What is this? That is, this simple formula define work in science. Here W is work, F is force and S is displacement. So we can write here W is equal to work, F is equal to force and S is equal to displacement or movement. What does it mean? It means that work is the product of force and displacement. So what is this? We can define it like this. If some force is applied on an object, suppose this is an object, this is a box, it is an object. Some force is applied. Somebody, some person, a man or a boy is applying some force on this box. So this is force, and this box displaced to this new position. It is now displaced. It comes here. It moves to this place. So the displacement is from here to here. So what is this? What is the work done by this person? Is the force applied multiplied by the distance. So what is force in science? Force is product of work is product of force and displacement. We can define like this. The definition will be the force applied by somebody on an object and the displacement by this force in the direction of the force. If they both are multiplied, then we got the work done. So this is a simple definition, the product of force and displacement, and this force is, the displacement is in the direction of force applied. By this formula, this is a simple formula and you have to learn this formula by heart. Work is equal to force into displacement. By this formula only we can derive the units of this work done. All of you know the unit of force is Newton. The unit of displacement, it is the distance covered. So the distance of displacement, the unit is meters. So what should be the unit of work? The unit of work will be then, the unit of work will be then Nm, Newton meter. So this is, by this formula we derive the unit of work as Newton meter. But this unit is not SI unit. The SI unit of work is joule. On the name of one of the scientists, Joule. So the SI unit of work is joule. There are some other units of work also which you will see later on in the later part of this chapter, and those units are watt, second. Those units are watt, second, and even kilowatt hour. These are other units of work. The SI unit is joule. This is the unit which is derived from the formula Newton meter, and these are other units of work which we will study later in this chapter. So this is about the units of work. In scientific parlance, W is equal to F into S. This is one thing. Now when work is done, what happens? There are first two questions can be asked when some work is done. What are these questions? Who is doing the work? In this case, this person, this boy is doing the work. He is pushing this box. So two questions are asked when some work is done. First, who is doing the work? And second, on whom the work is done. So here the boy is doing the work and the work is done on this box. This is one thing. Now one more thing is there when work is done, and it is related with energy. All of you know energy cannot be created nor be destroyed. There is the law of conservation of energy. So there is exchange of energy when work is done. Work and energy, they are equivalent to each other. They are not similar exactly. Work is equivalent to energy, and unit of energy is also joule. What is the difference between work and energy? Energy is capability of doing some work. So the capability of doing work is energy, and both of them are equivalent. The formula is always similar, same rather, for work and energy. So what I was telling, that there is some exchange of energy when some work is done. Exchange or transformation of energy. This boy is pushing this box, so he is using his muscular energy. He is pushing by his hands, and the muscular energy is used to push this box. What happens? This muscular energy, it is transformed to kinetic energy of this box. What is kinetic energy? Kinetic energy is the energy of motion. So when the boy pushes the box, this box starts moving. So it has some kinetic energy. From where this kinetic energy has come? It has come by the transformation of muscular energy. So the muscular energy of hands of the boys, it is transformed in the kinetic energy of this box. This is one thing. When work is done, there is transformation of energy. The second thing is the person who is doing work, it loses energy. Its muscular energy is lost, and the object on which the work is done, it gains some energy. So in this case, this boy loses its muscular energy. This muscular energy transformed in kinetic energy of this box, and this box gains some energy in the form of kinetic energy. So always when work is done, there is gain and loss of energy and transformation of energy. This is one thing. One more thing is there. It is not always there that this person, it is giving energy to the object. Sometimes it only facilitate, that it is no way in giving or taking on energy, and it only facilitate to in transformation of energy. We will see that example, and the example of this is gravitational force. We will see when I will do further. So this is about work. Now the types of work. On this basis, work can be it is divided into three types, and these three types are positive work, negative work, and zero work or no work. It can be there that force may be there or displacement may be there, but no work is done. Even both may be there, but no work is done. We will see how. So three types of work I have told you. This is positive work, negative work, and zero work. We will take the same example of box. Suppose this is a box, and a person, it is pushing this box in this direction, and this box is displaced in this direction. So what is this arrow? This arrow shows force in this direction, and this arrow shows displacement in this direction. So this may be one case. The other case may be this is the box, the force is in this direction, and the displacement is in this direction. This may be the case. We will see some examples. And the third case may be the force is like this and displacement is like this. So we can have three possibilities, three combinations of force and displacement. And on the basis of these, we can have three types of forces. This force, this work is positive in nature. What does it mean? It means force and displacement are in the same direction, and the box is moving in the same direction in which the force is applied, and the angle between these force and displacement is 0 degree. This angle is 0 degree between force and displacement. So this is positive type of work. This second type of work is negative work. What is negative? The force and displacement, they are in opposite direction. Force is applied in this direction, and the distance is traveled, or the displacement or the movement is in the opposite direction. So this is negative work, and the angle between force and displacement is 180 degree. Here the angle is in between two is 180 degree. And see the third case. This case, there is zero work or no work. What happened here? The force is upward direction and the displacement is towards right hand side, and you can see the angle between two is 90 degree. So when the angle between force and displacement is 90 degrees, or they are perpendicular to each other, or they are at right angle to each other, then in science work done is 0 or no work is done. So these are three types of works which you can see by these examples. Now we will take some example of each type of work which we will see in our day-to-day life. First is positive. This is one of the example. A person is pushing a box, and we have in detail we have discussed this situation. This is the first example of positive work. You can write in your notebooks. This is the first example of positive work. Now, the second example. The second example of positive work is, suppose this is a building, a ball is kept here and it is falling down. How the ball will fall down? It will fall down under the influence of gravitational force of earth. So what happened? This gravitational force, it is, the earth is attracting the ball towards itself. The gravitational force is in this direction, it is attracting the ball, and ball is also coming in the towards the earth. That is, the displacement is also towards the earth. So this is an example of positive work. One thing I want to tell you here, this ball, when it is kept on the roof of this building, it has some potential energy. It is on a height and it is in rest. So it has some potential energy. We will study potential and kinetic energy in detail after we finish this work portion. And it is moving now, it is falling down. So this potential energy, it is converted to kinetic energy. So the potential energy of ball, it is transformed into kinetic energy. But does this gravitational force, it lose some energy, it gains some energy, what is there? So this gravitational force, it only facilitate to convert potential energy into kinetic energy. The energy is not lost by the gravitational force. Only there is transformation of energy in the ball. Nobody is losing energy or gaining energy. This ball, it has some potential energy, and due to this gravity, it converts or it transformed into kinetic energy. And this is again an example of positive work. The other example, we can have other example of positive work also, that is lifting of weights by some wrestler. Suppose this is a person, this is a man, and these are weights. These are weights. He is lifting these weights upwards. Like this, he is lifting the weights upwards. So weights are also going upward and his hands are also going upwards. So the force applied is in the upward direction and displacement of weights are also in the upward direction. Both the direction are same. So this is a positive work. And the same thing, muscular energy, it is lost and it is converted to the kinetic energy of these weights. So this is again, or we can have some, there are many times a question is asked about porter at railway stations. Porters, or you can call them coolie. What is the spelling of coolie? I don't know. So porters or coolie. When coolie lifts luggage, some suitcase or luggage, and put it on his head, then again it is an example of positive work. He lifts the luggage upward. So this force is in the upward direction and luggage is also going in upward direction. So this is the example of positive work. So these are some examples of positive work. Now coming to the negative work. There are very few examples in fact of negative work. One is about the frictional force, force of friction. What happened? If a ball, suppose again we can take this box. Somebody is pulling this box and it is going in this direction. But the box is heavy, the surface is rough, so he can't pull it and its speed or its movement get slowed down, and ultimately it stops at some point. So what happened in this case? The work done is negative. Why the work done is negative? Because this ground, it is applying some force of friction on this box. So this frictional force, it stops this box. So this frictional force is always in opposite direction to the direction of displacement. So this force is cancelled, the force, muscular force of the boy, and this frictional force in opposite direction, movement was in this direction. And what is the energy transformation here? Initially it has some kinetic energy, and this kinetic energy changed to heat energy of ground. Due to this frictional force, this kinetic energy of box, it changes to heat energy of the surface. So this is an example of negative. We can have one more example of negative force when the ball is thrown up. You have studied all this in the chapter gravitation. So this work done on the ball when it is thrown up is also an example of negative force. How? This ball is attracted by gravity downwards. So force of gravity, it is in downward position, but the ball is going upward. The displacement is in the opposite direction. So it is also an example of negative force, negative work. So third and very important and very interesting is zero work. This zero work can be there in three ways. We can have zero work in three ways. See, we have this formula, W is equal to F into S. Suppose this F is 0. Then what will happen if force is 0? Then W will be equal to 0 into S. 0 into S will be 0. So work will be 0 or no work. And suppose in that case force is 0 but displacement what's there? There may be the case. In the second case, we can have displacement as 0 and some force is there. So this force is multiplied by 0 displacement, then work will be 0 or no work. So these are two cases when work will be 0. If F is 0 or S is 0, then work is 0. The third you have seen here, if they are perpendicular to each other, if force and displacement are perpendicular to each other, then also work is 0. So we will see some examples of all the three types where no work is done. First, I am showing you when force is 0 and displacement is there. Suppose it is a inclined surface, very smooth, shining. A ball is going on this surface without applying any force on its own. How a ball can go without applying any force? You can know by the Newton's first law of motion. It is the first law. If some object is moving, it wants continuously to be in movement, or if it is at rest, it will be at rest. Law of inertia or first law. So if without applying any force, this ball is moving in this direction, then force will be 0 and displacement is so much. So 0 into displacement, that is no work is done even the ball is in movement. This is the first case. Now coming to the second case, when displacement, there is force but not displacement. See, suppose this is a wall. a man, a boy, he is pulling hard this ball. He is applying force, and the force he is using a great force. He is applying force to move this ball. Does the ball move? No. The wall will not move because it is fixed, it is sturdy, it's heavy. So the force of boy is not enough to push this wall or to displace this wall. What happens in this case? Force is there. Yes, the force is applied by the boy. But displacement, no displacement, displacement is 0. So in spite of doing hard work, he has done no work as per science. He is doing hard work. He is applying so much force. But as there is no displacement, as per science parlance, no work is done by this boy in this case. So this is the second case. Now coming to the third case, when the angle between force and displacement is 90 degree, or they are at right angle or perpendicular to each other. Very interesting examples are there. Suppose this is a gentleman going to office and he has this briefcase in his hand and he is going in this direction. So his hand is applying the force like this. He is taking this briefcase and he is applying the force upward like this, and he is going in this direction. So the displacement is in this direction, the force is upward. What is the angle? The angle is 90 degree, or both force and displacement are perpendicular to each other. So though he is carrying this luggage or briefcase and also walking, but work is done is 0. So interesting, in a way funny. If he is having in your NCERT, I think this is the question, if he is holding a bucket full of water and walking or standing even, then no work is there. If he is standing only by taking this bucket, then this displacement is 0. No question of any angle. If he is just standing with a bucket of water, he is applying force upward, but he is not moving. No displacement. Then the work is 0. And if it is moving, then also the work is 0, because then the angle between them will be right angle. The other example of 0 work we can take when some satellite, it moves around Earth. This satellite is also not doing any work, although it is moving but not doing any work. Why? The Earth applying force towards its center. This is the centripetal force which Earth is applying on this satellite, and satellite is always move in tangent. Do you know? All of you must be knowing what is tangent. On this point, this tangent is at right angle to this point. So this satellite at every point, it is moving tangentially. The force is towards the center. So what is the angle formed between the movement of the satellite and force applied by the Earth is 90, or right angle. So no work is done by the satellite when it moves around the Earth. This is other example. One more example is about the porter or the coolie. He is having this suitcase on his head and he is moving in this direction, and he is taking this suitcase by his hands. So what is the force applied by him? Muscular force is in upward direction. He is holding the bag or suitcase and he is going in this direction. The displacement is in this direction. Again the same thing, though he is working hard but in science the work done by him is zero work or no work. So these are some examples of plus, positive, negative and zero work. Now one thing came into mind and it is also been asked in examination. This coolie, this person, they get tired, or the wrestler is negative. So this coolie, when no work is done, even then this porter, this person, they get tired. So without doing any work, how can they get tired? In science parlance, though no work is done, but their fatigue can be explained by, their tiredness can be explained by that this porter or other persons, they work on themselves. Their energy is lost by themselves. How? Their muscles contract or expand, their blood flow, it get more, the blood is rushing fast while he was doing this exercise. He worked on himself, so he loses some energy on himself. That's why he gets tired, or although no mechanical work is done by him, and he is working on himself. The person is losing energy on himself by contraction, expansion of muscles, or by different blood flow and other things. So this is how we can say the person get tired without doing any work. So this is all for today. Thank you.